I need to tell you something that might make you feel uncomfortable. The entire work-life balance industry, it's not designed to help you succeed. It's designed to keep you manageable.
And if you're an ambitious woman who's ever felt guilty for wanting more, for working late, for caring deeply about your goals, this message is specifically for you.
Because while you're busy trying to find your balance, your male counterparts are busy building their empires. Let us explain.
Here's what we are told as women. You need to find balance. You're working too much. You need to prioritize self-care. You can't have it all. Meanwhile, ambitious men are celebrated for their drive. They're focused and dedicated. When they work late, they're building something important.
But when we do it, we're out of balance. We need to slow down. We're not present enough for our families. And here's the insidious part. We start believing it. We start apologizing for our ambition.
We take smaller roles so we can manage both work and family. We turn down promotions because we're worried about what people will think. And listen, if you make those choices for a personal reason, that's okay. But we don't want to choose to be smaller because we are convinced that's what balance looks like.
But I'm here to tell you that work-life balance as it's currently sold to women is a trap.
So let me tell you a story that illustrates this. In 2014, I was recently divorced with 3 kids between the ages of 5 and 8. And I decided that this was the perfect time to launch a speaker agency. I had the time margin, I had the business plan, and I had the drive. But what I didn't have was the emotional and mental bandwidth to launch a startup while navigating single motherhood. And you know what everyone told me? You just need better work-life balance. You need to prioritize. You need to manage your time better. As if my problem was time management, as if I just wasn't organized enough, as if I needed to try harder to have it all. But here's the truth that no one wanted to say. Some seasons of life aren't startup seasons, and that doesn't make you a failure. So in 2017, I did something that felt like giving up to everyone around me. I took a W-2 job. I started as an executive admin, and people around me acted like I was settling, like I was taking the safe route, and like I was choosing balance over ambition. But here's what actually happened. In 6 years, I went from executive admin to chief of staff. I developed my skills. I had a steady paycheck while my kids were young. I wasn't constantly stressed about revenue and clients. And then when my kids were older and I remarried, I was in a different season of life. When I hit that spot, I launched a software company and sold it 2 years later. That's not giving up on ambition. That's seasonal balance that keeps you from being small as you grow.
See, the problem with work-life balance advice is it treats all seasons of life the same, and it treats all women the same. It assumes that what you need when you're 25 and single is exactly the same thing that you need when you're 35 with toddlers, or 45 with teenagers, or 55 and they're all out of the house. But that's not how life works. Sometimes you're a W-2 employee and sometimes you're a 1099 contractor. When you have little kids, you have different types of freedom than when your kids are teenagers. And that empty nest life, well, that's a completely different game. The advice to find balance ignores all of this complexity. And worse, it puts the burden entirely on us, as if the solution to systematic inequality is just better time management.
As if the problem isn't that women are expected to be the primary caregivers and the perfect employees and the community volunteers and the best entrepreneur of startup space and the household managers, as if we just need to try harder to fit it all in.
And let's talk about what this looks like in the workplace. How many times have you seen a woman share an idea in a meeting only to have it ignored, and then watch a man say the same thing 5 minutes later and have him praised for his insight? How many times have you watched a woman apologize for her success, downplay their achievements, or turn down opportunities because they're worried about appearing too ambitious?
So this isn't about balance. This is about a system that benefits when ambitious women stay small by chasing balance. When we're constantly questioning ourselves, constantly trying to tone it down, worried that we're doing too much.
So what's the solution? Stop trying to balance and start trying to align. Alignment means different things in different seasons. Sometimes building is your balance. Sometimes rest is your strategy. Sometimes saying no to everything else is how you say yes to what matters most.
For me, building projects is how I recharge. For Tony, traveling solo to 3 different countries was her big-ass calendar goal, not a break from work, but stepping into what mattered to her. This isn't about doing less. It's about doing what aligns with who you are and what season you're in. And it's about refusing to apologize for your ambition.
If this resonates with you, if you're tired of being told that you're too much, if you want to be around other women who understand that sometimes your balance looks like intensity, come join us at Type A Circle. It's our community for ambitious women who are done pretending that they need to be smaller to be acceptable.
We meet weekly. We support each other, goals without shame, and we celebrate the seasons when you go all in just as much as the seasons when you need to pull back. Because the best version of you isn't the balanced version. It's the aligned version.
Links in the description. We're looking for founding members who are willing to redefine what success looks like for ambitious women. Stop trying to choose balance and choose alignment.